Not since the 1950s has North Carolina witnessed such a tumultuous hurricane season. And nowhere in its history has the state experienced the kind of flooding as it did in 1999. Some call it the flood of the century.
I'm Governor Jim Hunt. The floodwaters that followed Hurricane Floyd devastated eastern North Carolina. The people of this state and the nation watched this disaster unfold on television, and they responded to our need with tremendous generosity. Millions of dollars have been donated to the Hurricane Floyd Relief Fund and are already being used to help your neighbors meet basic household needs while they work to put their lives back together. Rebuilding eastern North Carolina is the greatest challenge our state has ever faced, and we have a long road ahead. But throughout this disaster, the people of our state have shown their willingness to pitch in and work together to help each other out. Thank you for continuing that spirit of giving that makes eastern North Carolina such a wonderful place to call home. With your help, we will restore the communities and lives destroyed by Hurricane Floyd, and we will rebuild eastern North Carolina better than ever before.
It's the worst I ever seen.
I thought about trees being across the highway, like with spraying, and but I just never thought about water.
It began in late August when a tropical disturbance formed in the western Atlantic Ocean. By August 26th, the disturbance grew into a hurricane and was given a name, Dennis. Thousands of miles to the west, people living along the fragile barrier islands of North Carolina's coast began to take notice. Still churning off the coast, Dennis eventually weakened to a tropical storm. On September 4th, 4 days after stalling off Cape Hatteras, he made his move again, this time backtracking down the coast, then westward, coming ashore between Ocracoke Island and Cape Lookout. It was Labor Day weekend, a time when tourists should be crowding the beaches. Half a dozen North Carolinians were killed during the week-long battle with Dennis, most of them in traffic accidents. When the sun finally came out again, cleanup began in earnest. Crews worked feverishly to clear tons of sand from Highway 12 along the Outer Banks and reopen the only highway along the barrier islands. Utility workers re-established downed power lines. Homes and businesses finally had a chance to dry out. Dennis was the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. As hurricanes go, he wasn't that intense, but the fact that he dropped anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of rain from Raleigh to the coast only set the stage for a more impending natural disaster, the likes of which most Tar Heel residents had never seen before.